Road trips, one of the best ways to travel and experience a destination. One of our favorite parts about road trips is driving through new places and having the freedom to stop whenever you see something along the road that catches your eye, even if it's a giant lobster. Starting from Miami, we embarked on one of America's best road trips through the Florida Keys. Along the way, we discovered many incredible and inspiring people. Stories of people who are spending their lives to give back and protect the local environment, wildlife, and local culture. Protecting all the things that make Florida Keys so special and unique. Our first stop, John Pennekamp Coral Reefs State Park, the first underwater park in the US protecting the only living coral reef system in this country, where you can kayak among the mangroves, go snorkel and swim with tropical fish, and witness the underwater Christ of the Abyss statue. It's incredible that there's a place like this that protects and preserves our natural areas both above and below the sea.
This is the Laura Quinn Wild Bird Sanctuary. Our mission is to rescue, rehabilitate, and release native and migratory birds of the Florida Keys. The Wild Bird Center is a true 501c3 nonprofit charity. We don't get funds from the government or any kind of government help, state or federally in any way. $10 is what we estimate would pay for an animal's first day of care here. So whether it's someone bringing a bird in or someone visiting the sanctuary, we say, hey, if you want to make a donation, the suggested donation is $10. We have a pretty special little friend here. This is Booby. He is our masked booby. Masked boobies are named that way because they have black skin kind of surrounding their face that makes them look like little burglars. So Booby was actually floating out in the Florida Bay and welcomed himself aboard someone's boat. And luckily for him, that boat had a paramedic on it. So Booby was completely wrapped up in fishing line and hooked. The paramedic was able to unhook him and untangle him, but then realized, wow, this animal has a severely broken leg. I need to bring him to someone who works with birds. So he was brought into us. The break was too severe to be able to fully fix, so now he's here. And he actually touched the hearts of so many people, and he's so cool, that the Florida Keys Brewing Co. brewed a beer named after him. It was a salted caramel milk stout, I think back in 2017. And a portion of those proceeds raised by selling that beer were donated back to the Bird Center, which was really cool, and now he's a little legend.
Speaking of beer, Booby wasn't the only beer made for a cause. The Florida Keys Brewing Company supports different local causes with their limited edition brews. During our visit, proceeds from their special brew went towards eliminating coral reef disease threatening the local area. So, on vacation, you can drink towards a cause. We are here at Robbies in Florida Keys, a famous restaurant, shopping spot, and famous for feeding fresh tarpon with little fishies. The legend goes in the 1970s, the owner of Robbies found an injured tarpon fish. He had a cut in his jaw, and he called his friend over, sewed it all up. They kept him in a tank until he was ready to be released back out into the wild. Once they released him, though, he didn't just go away. He left, and he came back with all of his friends. And to this day, they feed all the tarpon fish. So we have a bucket and we're gonna go feed them ourselves. Did you see that though? I'm gonna see if I can drop one right straight into his mouth. Oh, there we go. Oh, I hit him right in the snout by accident. Sorry. Whoa! Man, those pelicans are... Whoa, hey, no, dude. Oh my God!
What happened to all your fish?
I merely escaped a pelican attack. He came over like really aggressive towards my bucket and I freaked out, I panicked, I poured my whole bucket into the water. Boom! Get it! Yes, he got it! Did you see that? Freaking air jaws.
How do you feel?
I feel like if I lived here, instead of being a crazy cat lady, I'd be the crazy fish lady. Boom! Eat it! Get it! Ah! Okay, okay.
What happened?
I got scared. I'm scared. I'm done. After feeding those hungry tarpon, we made our way south across the famous 7-mile bridge toward Key West, where my wildest crazy cat lady dreams came true at the Hemingway House. We are here at the Ernest Hemingway home in Key West, Florida. Behind us is the house, which is amazing, beautiful, great history, but what I'm most excited about are the 55 cats here with the extra toes.
So let's go see them.
Look at those toes.
If I lived here, this is where you'd find me every day. I'd be petting cats all the time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go pet a cat right now. Come on.
During Hurricane Irma, a handful of volunteers bravely stayed behind to look after the house and the cats. The only damage? 3 air mattresses lost the kitty claws. If that's not a perfect ending, I don't know what is.
Oh my gosh, Scott, the cats have a miniature version of the Hemingway House. I don't want to leave. I just want to sit here and pet cats all day. I don't want to leave.
After exploring the vibrant town of Key West, we headed north to Marathon to learn about the lionfish invasion.
My name is John Mirabella, and this is my restaurant, The Castaway. The restaurant's been here since 1951. I bought it 20 years ago. We put a sushi bar in 2004. We have 52 beers on tap. I have no idea why I did this to myself, because it's a lot of work. But the good news is during the day I get to go diving, and that's how we get our fresh fish, including lionfish. Lionfish are an invasive species, number one. They're not from here. They don't belong here. They're from the Indo-Pacific. Nothing was eating them. So we went from 0 to many lionfish. And I'm going to show you a video of a wreck that's literally covered in lionfish. So they're eating our future populations. That is the main problem. You know, they're eating our fish stocks up before they get a chance to grow up. And nothing is eating them. We thought, well, we can help. So we started spearing them, and I said, well, we have to eat them. They're fish. So we brought them back here, and we started eating it, and we started making sushi with it, and I went, we're going to sell these. This is too good. I really love the King of the Jungle roll, which is our signature sushi roll. It's a sustainable food. You know, I mean, if we eliminate them all, that'd be good too. But for the meantime, we're taking something out of the ocean that we don't want there and putting it on people's plates.
Just down the street in Marathon, you can find the Turtle Hospital, where your ticket helps fund saving injured sea turtles. One of the most common injuries for sea turtles beside polluted waters are boat strikes. Sometimes this causes irreversible damage because they are no longer able to dive underwater, and it's known as bubble butt.
You can really see the bubble butt in this one. Aww. Poor guys.
These injured turtles are given all the help they can, and if they cannot thrive in the wild, they live here where they're looked after. Our road trip through the Florida Keys was nothing short of incredible. We really loved seeing how involved locals and businesses are in protecting this beautiful area and environment for future generations to come. It's no wonder why the Florida Keys is called one of America's best road trips.